Why do I have films on my shelf that I just don't recall at all? I know I've seen it, but remember nothing about it. This type of collecting, for me, now, it's finished. To be able to watch it again if I so chose. Choose. Not choose. Why do I keep these in the collection? So I've been sorting through my shelves and my collection a little more. I've been rediscovering some old gems and some just okay movies. But as I've been going along and digging into the depths of the collection, I've kind of stumbled on a bunch of movies that I just don't recall at all. I do know that they were perhaps buried because I didn't really think that much to them. But if I didn't think that much to them, and I can't recall anything about them, then why am I keeping them on my shelves, taking up valuable space? As with all of us physical media collectors, there's a bunch of movies in my collection that I just don't remember a lot about. But what I do remember is how I felt about the movie. Some of them I know I kind of enjoyed and kept hold of them on the chance that I'd go back and revisit. Like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
If you touch one hair in her head, I will kill all of you! Nora, I'm being carried!
I can't really remember anything about the movie, but I know I thought it was kind of a sweet and enjoyable little film, and it is one that I'd go back and take another look at, so happy to have that on the shelf.
Would you be my boyfriend for 5 minutes? What?
But then there's the others, the ones that I know I've sat and watched, but didn't think that much to them, like American Ultra.
Is that a lyric from something?
And All Cheerleaders Must Die. I couldn't tell you much about these movies because I don't recall much at all. They were generally unmemorable. So now I'm considering, why do I keep these in the collection? I have an idea why we tend to do it. We collect and we accumulate all of these titles so that we have them on tap. We don't want to ever risk losing access to any of these titles. We won't be slaves to the scalpers on eBay if the title ever goes out of print. We won't risk being wholly reliant on the digital services that can remove a title at any time. But even taking these things into consideration, for me at this point, after curating my collection down, do I really need to keep all of these things just for the sake of it? Just on that tiny little chance that I may want to revisit them? Am I ever going to pick out American Ultra for a repeat view over a repeat view of something else like Reservoir Dogs, or Pulp Fiction, or Jackie Brown, or Heat,
Or Point Break.
Or Gross Point Blank, or The Matrix, or Predator, or The Raid.
There's a million other titles that I would prefer to rewatch over digging this out again, something that I remember that I didn't think much to. A repeat view for me has to be a movie I know I enjoyed. And I've got hundreds of those sorts of titles across my collection already. When a collection is reaching large numbers, how many of this type of movies do I need? I don't think I need to keep any of them like that in my collection. One of the things I do try to consider now, if I was out shopping, if I didn't have these titles already, would it be one I'd pay money for to add the title into my collection? If the answer is no, and for this title it is, then why do I keep these things in my collection? And while we're kind of beating down on American Ultra, one of the things I need to check out, if I didn't currently have this, would I have easy access to be able to watch it again if I so chose? Cheese? Would I currently have easy access to this if I chose to rewatch it? Well, kinda. Pricing for this one seems all over the place. On eBay the prices are pretty high. But CEX, they have copies of it for around £5. Music Magpie is around £8. It looks like it's a title that may be going out of print. There are still copies knocking around. But then of course, there is still digital, which has options. They've got the option to purchase, or they've got the option to rent. And to rent the movie to watch it again, it's around £4. It's a movie I didn't care for. It's a movie I'm not sure if I'd go back to. And we've just seen there are options out there to either buy or rent the movie. So why keep it? Why feel the impulse to have this sat on my shelf? There are plenty of options out there. I didn't even like the movie. So why is it still here? I don't know. One thing I do know though, with curating my collection down, It's making me think more about my collecting habits I've had in the past and look at things a little bit differently on my shelf. I don't need it all, and it's clear that now I don't actually want it all. It's just been habit of spending and accumulating. It's like I've been trying to fill these shelves with as many movies as possible to prove that I'm a movie fan. And really, I don't need all of these titles to prove to anyone that I love movies. If they're unlikely to get watched again in the future, why keep them? I don't need shelf filler. I'm already kind of out of space for my collection to exist without overrunning my shelves. I want only my favourites and the movies that I enjoy in my collection. I want my collection to be curated enough to reflect me and my tastes. This type of collecting, for me, now, it's finished. So as I've been editing this video, something kind of funny happened that's thrown this whole argument about American Ultra into some kind of disarray. You see, as I've been editing, I downloaded the movie trailer. I was going to use some clips of American Ultra within my video, so I watched the trailer again. And I'll tell you what, it cuts a pretty good trailer. I don't remember anything of it still, but I thought the movie looked decent. So now, I'm questioning my whole logic. Do I actually want to sit and watch this movie again? It's a decent trailer. I mean, it's got explosions. It's got Jesse Eisenberg kicking butt, Bourne style. It looks kind of exciting. Surely from this trailer, the movie can't be that bad, can it? Is this the collector curse or the hoarder curse? And at times the reason we can't let go. So now I feel like I'm kind of back into the same situation with American Ultra because it's one I might go back to now. Or do I just get rid and if the moment comes, just rent it on iTunes? As I've said previously, I can't remember enjoying this movie at all. Maybe I should give it another shot fairly soon, and then if it still doesn't sit well with me, get rid then. If you're still here and watching this video, what did you think to American Ultra? Should I keep this in the collection? Should I watch and get rid? Or should I just trust my instincts and get rid anyway? If you're enjoying videos about collecting physical media, then check out another video right here. If you want a playlist full of videos, then you can check out the playlist right here. And if you've been enjoying my content, don't forget to smash that like button and click subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you next time.